I think they're making the finals. That's all. Baby dinosaurs is what I'm talking about. All right. So it's Tuesday. That means that Jerry Jones appeared on his weekly radio appearance to talk all things Dallas Cowboys. And he gave us some pretty important information about Dallas's defense. So Sean Lee is close to returning.
Yeah.
And although he's been the best linebacker on the team for the better part of this decade, the Cowboys have a very special talent.
Yeah.
Friend of the show.
Leighton Vander
Esch. So would Sean Lee really automatically jump right back in and take his spot back from Vander Esch? Well, Jerry's answer is yes. He needs to be in the rotation, but certainly with a player of his stature has earned it. I said the other day that Sean has had much to do with how Vander Esch has evolved, as his coaches have. He's an outstanding individual to have in the room with those linebackers, and when you get him in the game, he's that much more of a quarterback on the field. So he creates a wonderful situation for us. This is a bit reminiscent of Romo and Dak.
I will say this, though. If Sean Lee is healthy, let's just say it right now. The Cowboys have the best linebacking core in football. With Jalen Smith, Leighton Vander Esch, and Sean Lee, you cannot argue that. You can argue a lot of things about the Cowboys. That is the best linebacking core in football if Sean Lee returns healthy. That's three Pro Bowl level guys.
Yeah, but you think he should get the job back from Vander Esch right now?
I think Leighton Vander Esch is better playing 45 plays than 55, having a linebacker rest occasionally. I got no problem with Leighton Vander Esch having fresh legs in the fourth quarter. No problem with that.
Interesting. That's not where I thought you would go on that.
I mean, just listen. Before you push us old guys out to pasture, we still got some game in us.
You do. You surprised me with this one because I completely disagree. Leighton Vander Esch leads the league in solo tackles. Like they're rolling right now. I don't like the idea of changing it to Sean Lee, who's been completely unreliable physically.
I'm just saying, let's not have Sean Lee moping on the sidelines if you have to bring him in on a big series or
moping. I'm not saying don't work him back in a little bit, but I'm saying you just give the spot back to Sean Lee the way that Leighton Vander Esch is playing.
Sean will only be in 2 plays anyway.
The way that they're no, that's fair. All right, so the elephant in the room for the Packers continues to be the relationship between Aaron Rodgers and their next head coach. And yesterday, Aaron met with reporters, and he was asked how much input he will have on that decision.
Those are decisions that'll happen down the line, and right now I'm just focused on these next 4 games and the direction we're going with Joe. I'm obviously an older player in the league. I still have a number of years on my contract. Would love to still play to 40, and I think there's an interest on who the next guy would be, but Mark and Brian and I have always had good lines of communication.
Whoever that is basically an implication that they're going to make the decision and that Aaron's not going to, be in the room for the interview. That part I can believe, but I mean, what are you talking about here? Like, whoever it is going to have to sit across from Aaron Rodgers and convince him that he's the guy.
Well, I don't think there is a perfect coach for Aaron Rodgers, and I don't think there's a perfect coach on the market. So any relationship that is formed is going to take work, and Aaron has struggled in some relationships, so I don't think it's going to be easy. So we'll see how it works. There's all sorts of stories out today about eye rolling and Aaron was rough on McCarthy, and so...
Well, I mean, I think their relationship just ran its course. Like, it's not a knock on McCarthy or Aaron Rodgers in my eyes. Like, Aaron Rodgers is obviously not the easiest guy to work with, but he's Aaron Rodgers. Like, you're trying to win games, you need talent, and he's one of the, if not the most talented quarterback in the league. So 7 or 8 years we worked together, and then you do a herdline story, and I'm like this. Eye rolling. I'm going to ask if we need medical up here. And then afterwards, I'm going to ask you why you're rolling your eyes when I'm talking. And if you don't have a good response, then maybe it's time for us to go our separate ways. I'll do a passive aggressive. Oh, nothing. It's great. I love that story on croquet. It was my favorite. Okay, stories now. All right, finally, Colin, where Colin was right. Cliff Kingsbury is headed to USC. Yeah, you gave a little soft broke on this a couple weeks ago. I did a small J journalism a couple days ago on this. Soft break. But I broke it on Twitter this morning. Cliff Kingsbury's going to USC, a couple different sources. I am told he will be the offensive coordinator. He'd like to be the assistant head coach. I'm also told that if Cliff stays for 1 year or 2, he is not tied to it. He can leave if he wants. If he gets a great NFL job or a head coaching job, the buyout's not brutal. So he wants to live in Los Angeles.
In his spare time, he's going to hang out with the Rams, maybe, and learn a little off Sean McVay. But he will make USC offensively a better football program. And who knows? At that place, it can be political. There can be turmoil. If he has a great year, maybe he'll be more than the coordinator there. Who knows?
Well, there's a lot of changes that could happen there, like you just said. I think this is a good move for him. Obviously, they could use some help on the offensive end.
No, he'll make them better offensively, no question.
And this leaves lots of doors open for him. So it's a good get by USC, and from all accounts, it's a good move for him. So.
Good stuff. Joy Taylor with the news.
Well, that's the news.
And thanks for